Good morning, chaps. John with you again, and we're doing an update just to see how far I've got on the T-72A Russian main battle tank. It's a kit from Zvezda, kit number 3552 in 1/35th scale. So we'll take the box away and we'll see how far I've gotten on this thing. Well, I've the construction done, and I meant to sort of do a couple of pics of the finished construction bit, but I forgot and meant to do an update, and I was going to do it yesterday, but last night I ended up painting this, just giving it its shadow coat, the black. As you see, the bottom is all masked off because if you remember, I had the base done, I had the tracks done, and the wheels and all that. So I'm not using the side skirts because I've been looking through the internet and I found loads and loads of pictures of the T-72s in Iraq in the Gulf War, and I found one. Of all the pictures I found, I only found one picture with the side skirts on, and they were in bits. And I tried to kind of make them look in bits, and I ended up making them in bits, if you know what I mean. It just didn't work out for me. So we leave them with the side skirts off, which a majority of them seem to have been. So there she is with her shadow coat. So it's just going to be black. For the shadow coat I use NATO black, which is XF69. Over that then I will use XF2 white to highlight different spots and things like that, and then I'll use my dark yellow, which is XF60, as my base coat for that. Then I'll do the usual highlighting of different parts. The gun will be different colours and things like that. Stick on the decals and then start weathering the living daylights out of it, because they were quite chipped and they were in quite bad condition by the time the Gulf War came around, because I mean they were abused and God knows what else. And I'm trying to remember, one of the chaps there, he told me that he was there, and they were quite badly chipped. So we go with that. So we're going with the still working, but in bad nick, if you know what I mean. They weren't really maintained in proper garages and all that kind of thing. Like the Russians themselves would have had a big team of mechanics and fitters and God knows what else to do their job for them. The Iraqis was just a case of keep it going. As long as the engine worked and the gun worked, the rest of it can go to pot, says you. So that's as far as I've gotten at the moment. The 12.7 machine gun went together quite nicely. And speaking of construction, here we go. A lot of the locator pin marks, the locator holes, were very, very big. So they ought to be kind of, once the part went into place, it had to be filled. The instructions they had to be the worst instructions I have ever worked with. And you know me, I'm a champion of the Zvezda kits. I really do like the Zvezda kits. There's nothing really wrong with this kit. As I said, the tracks were absolutely fabulous. All the pieces went on, no problems. Loads, there was quite a lot of flash, the seam lines and things like that. There was loads of that cleaned off, but that's what you get when you get it. You get that even with trumpeter kits and God knows what else, and drag kits. You still have a bit of seam lines to clean off and stuff. So as a kit, I can't really fault it, if you know what I mean. When it comes down to the instructions, that's where it was totally let down. It's the printing quality of the instructions, really. Little parts, say, on this light here, there's a little kind of an attachment type thingy, and the drawing of it wasn't the very, very best, and the direction of which way it went wasn't the very, very best. You had to kind of look at other sources to find where and what direction different things went and stuff. So the instructions were quite vague and very, very badly printed. And that's my only real crib with this kit. When it comes to things I added on myself, we'll just get we use a paintbrush here to point. I did the usual Being, as you can hear there, guitar string aerial on it. I did the tow cables out of picture hanging wire. I just thought that the kit ones, it's the same no matter what kit you get. I find them very flat, and then you're trying to take off a seam line. When you take off a seam line of that, you're destroying the any bit of detail that's on them at all. So I've made the tow cables myself. It comes with the ends easily fitted on, so there was no problem. I didn't have to go drilling them out or anything. They were all set. This light here, I don't know if we'll be able to see it or not. Oh, come on, zoom. Very faint. It's actually, it's wired. I wired that in. It's very fine wire, because it is a very thin wire that wires that in. I use my tank book on one of the center pages. Well, the double pages of that gives a lovely picture of one of these, and all the little details and things. And there's loads of interior pictures as well. But I'm not doing the interior for this, obviously, But that tank book I got from the Tank Museum, it's absolutely fabulous, and I noticed that quite a few of us have it, shall we say. Myself and Simon have it. Bees has it, and a few more people have that book, and it is an absolutely excellent reference book. The only thing about it is that the pictures of the tanks, they're all done up in, they're all perfect nick, most of them, because they're using pictures of their museum pieces. But you get an idea as to, where things go and stuff like that, and there's loads of technical information on them as well. So there's the T-72 all ready for its next stage in the painting. Comes with one figure. I have the figure painted, not weathered, or he hasn't got his any bare details or anything like that done on the face or anything else like that. I had to dig into the old spares box to get him a holster for the old pistol. Colours wise, I think I'm correct, shall we say. I did Google tankers, Iraqi tankers in the Gulf War. Flying down, they gave you every other bloody picture but bloody Iraqi ones, and down at the very bottom of them there was a picture of 3 Iraqi tankers just standing there, and they had black uniforms, and they had just black or brown belts and things like that. So this guy, he's a Russian tinker, obviously enough, and he's going making him Iraqi. So I've done that. I've given him brown. I've given him a pistol because he's going to be sitting up in the thing, so you're going to get to see it. You'd see if it wasn't there, shall we say, because he's got the the Sam Brown belt type thing, the crossover belt. So we give him a pistol. I used NATO black for his uniform, and I used flat black then for the tank helmet, just to give it a variation, because it's going to be black on black, so different shades of black. That's got to get its weathering, or not weathering, but the details done on the face and things, and a bit of weathering on the uniform, and that'll bring that into perspective, and make it nicer looking and all that jazz. So that's about as far as I've got on that. Like I said, my next step now is to give it the highlights with the white, leave that dry in, and then give it the overall sandy colour and decals, and continue on with that then. So I'll probably get some of that done today. So you'll today being Sunday, that means that tomorrow is bum day, and I'll have an update on that, on the bum. It'll probably have its base coat done on the bum. So without any further ado, I'll leave you off. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed, and don't forget to give it the old thumbs up. I like the old thumbs up. If you want to give it a thumbs down, that's up to you, but instead of giving it the thumbs down, as Solomon said there in one of his videos, and I quite like the idea of the thing, instead of giving a thumbs down, let me know what I've done wrong. Now, nobody's done it so far, and I haven't got any thumbs down, so thank you very much, lads. So like I said, stay tuned to the channel, and tomorrow we'll have the bum, and the update on that. So catch you up tomorrow, lads. Stay safe. Have a nice weekend. Well, hope you're having a nice weekend. Have a nice Sunday, and I'll catch you tomorrow. See you later, lads.